What's up guys, it's your boy Anthony Arundel, bring you once again another TTC Toni-Tech Cave review. Today we will be taking a look at the awesome UMIDIGI Z2 Pro. Yes guys, as you guys know, the phone finally came in and I finally got my review. What makes this phone special and what doesn't? Stick around and I will be telling you that and more. As you know guys, this is an awesome telephone, but it has its flaws and I'm going to be telling you what is going on and what isn't. I must tell you my experience with this telephone first before we continue guys, because when this telephone finally arrived, I was extremely happy with the telephone, as many of you guys saw by all the oohs and ahs and whoa, this thing is hot. But, you know, no matter how hot this telephone looks, I mean, it did have some things that I really did not like. Like, for example, when the telephone first came out, it was given a shitload of issues, and by a shitload of issues, when it first came out, there was issues with the camera. You put the camera on, it will totally crash on you if it did finally work, but usually it didn't. You couldn't even get into your own telephone. Once you put in a code and you reset the phone, that's it, game over, bro. I mean, I even made a video right over here to fix that. It was a really big deal. On top of the proximity sensor wasn't working properly. Certain settings like auto brightness were really not working, and trust me, I did try the auto brightness after the new update, and no, it's not properly fixed, UMIDIGI. So if you're watching this, fix your shit. Alright guys, let's get the specs out of the way. I will be putting that on the screen just now, but speaking of screen, look at this gorgeous screen, you guys. I mean, this is a very beautiful screen. It's what can I say? It's a beautiful IPS 1080 by 2046 pixels, 6.2 inches full HD plus. We have the Android 8.1 memories, 6 gigabytes with 128 gigabyte internal storage. We have a dual SIM tray, so you can easily put 2 SIM cards if you wanted to. No, nobody does that, but if you wanted to. You can also fit an SD card for extra storage up to 256 gig. Alright guys, let's move on to the back of the telephone. Here you have a dual camera setup. You have a 16 megapixel camera and an 8 megapixel camera. And then of course you have your fingerprint scanner nicely placed up here. Also, if you take a look at the telephone, here on the sides we have the volume plus and the volume down button, and of course the power button. And that is pretty much what you get from the front, the back, and the sides. And if we move on to the bottom of the telephone, we have our speaker grill on the bottom side. This is of course a mono speaker grill. And if you look even further, you will notice that there is no headphone jack. It does come with a little adapter so that you can put your headphone jack in it. What you do is that you plug it at the bottom here, and then here is where you plug in your headphone. So it doesn't come with a headphone jack, but it does come with a little headphone jack adapter. So you might want to keep that in mind if you're thinking that you want a telephone that does come equipped with a headphone jack. You're straight out of luck. But then again, if you look at most telephones in 2018, they usually don't come with that. So yeah, sorry. On the front of this gorgeous beast, we also have the same camera setup, a 16 megapixel camera and also an 8 megapixel camera. This telephone is powered by the Helio P60, one of the first few telephones to come with this chip, and trust me guys, it performs very, very well and very solid. I was extremely impressed by that. I mean, you know, I've had plenty of Chinese telephones with Helio this, Helio that, but usually the MediaTek chips are pretty okay. They do the job. But damn, I must say that the P60, it really does the job. And all of this awesomeness is being powered by the 3550 milliamp battery, so you won't be running out of juice anytime soon. Yes, this did last me a whole working day and no issues over here. Alright guys, now that we got the specs out of the way, let's talk about the rest of the telephone, shall we? One thing I want to talk to you guys about is the design from this telephone. As you can see, it is a very nice looking telephone. The back is gorgeous, by the way. It's not made from steel or metal. It's actually plasticky. It does also sound plastic, but this is, if you hit this on the, look at that light show. Look at that. If you hit this from the right light, then I mean you're treated to a beautiful, stunning light show. It just looks ridiculously good. However, you have to take into consideration that this thing is a fingerprint magnet. I mean, I don't even have to touch it, and it has some kind of a fingerprint on it already. But then again, the phone does come with a nice little beautiful back case, which gives it very nice grip. Look, once you put this case at the back of it, you can pretty much hear how that sounds. It has a very nice grip, and one of the first thing that you will know, well, one of the first thing I noticed, besides the screen looking so ridiculously good, it's, by the way, a 90% body to screen ratio. The screen is beautiful. It feels extremely good on the hand. It looks very premium. I want to talk about the fingerprint scanner. Yeah, it does work pretty good. Look, I'm gonna click, and it's unlocked. See that? I'm gonna once again click it, and it's unlocked. The fingerprint scanner does work, and it's quite fast. This one works a good 90% of the time. It just pretty much works whenever I need it to work. And that other 10%, yeah, I think it was pretty much my fault because my fingers were dirty or greasy. But other than that, look, it's locked. I click and it's unlocked. The phone is completely off. I'm gonna click and it's unlocked. So I must say that works. However, the face unlock, UMIDIGI, please. The face unlock is a joke. Anybody can unlock it, and I didn't get that to work pretty good at all. In fact, to be honest, there's an option for the face unlock, smart unlock they call that, but it doesn't work. So there. Luckily for us, the fingerprint reader or the fingerprint scanner does work. The cameras is pretty okay, but like I said, because of the update coming out too late, the phone kept crashing on me pretty much too much all the time. After they came up with the update, I was able to take a few shots, and I must say that I'm not too impressed by the cameras at all. The camera is pretty much a hit or miss. Sometimes it would take very nice photos. I have a very nice example with this single white rose. It does have some very nice detail. It pretty much pops out at you, and you can pretty much see every single rose petal once you zoom in on the picture. However, I did take a lot of other pictures, and once again it was hit or miss. Like, for example, if you look at a picture of this rose, for example, like, oh, you really cannot make out any of the petals or any of the details. It just looks, yeah, this just, If you look at this picture, for example, I did manage to use it with the front camera and the bokeh effect, and once again, if you look at it, it looks like as if UMIDIGI is just using software to draw a circle, and everything else outside that circle is just pretty much blurry. And once again, guys, it is hit or miss, because this picture looks pretty cool, but then again, I took so many other pictures that just looks pretty washed out. And when you're doing some video calling also looks pretty washed out, guys. So that's the camera once again, guys. I'm not pleased about the camera at all. I don't understand why the UMIDIGI would have this telephone out without even testing the cameras properly, or at least testing the whole phone. They have to fix that all now, once again, via an update. So I guess for me to really evaluate this camera, I will have to wait for an update that fixes all of the issues. That is what I got for you for now, guys, and that's not too pleasing. Alright, guys, let's do some gaming on this baby, shall we? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. That is Asphalt, and as you can see, Asphalt runs very nice and smooth. I mean, you know, other than me getting my ass kicked for your viewing pleasure. And oh, wait a minute, do we get to have a cool stand? No, we don't get to have a cool stand. Alright, guys, let's try a Grand Theft Auto with everything on max. You know what? Let's put down the bike. Let's take a car. That's about that.
Give me your whip, fool.
Very nice. Again. Well, anyways, this is Grand Theft Auto. As you can see, guys, it looks fantastic, and everything is on max. No slowdown, no nothing. Man, this will look great on a big screen TV. So guys, it's time to conclude the video and give you my final verdict. My final verdict about for this telephone is, it is a very nice telephone. The hardware is just right. I'm not too sure about the software. The software kind of made it a little less for me. The user experience was not as good as I expected. But then again, once again, guys, that's because of the software. Since the update, it's been great. I like what I see. I like how it feels. It's getting there. It's not there yet. So I don't think that this is a phone that you want to buy right now if you want something that is working like how you want it to work. stay clear of this telephone if that is what you're looking for perfection. When I bought it, it was under 300 because I got a pre-order, so I think I paid like 280, which is not bad at all. I think that's pretty decent for this telephone. However, for 350 euros, you can get yourself a Poco phone or something in that area, or just put a little bit extra to that and maybe get yourself a OnePlus 6, which is quite an awesome telephone and looks a lot like this telephone. For the last 2 days, I've been quite happy with the telephone because of the update. Everything is working like how I want it to work for now, but that does not mean that we're out of the woods yet. There's too many bugs for me to say, hey guys, pick this phone up right now. If you want to pick it up, I say go ahead. I'm gonna leave a link into the description below so you can order this from Gearbest if you wanted to, but that's on you, bro, not on me. Remember that. I am here to tell you guys the truth, and this is the truth about this telephone. There's a lot of things that UMIDIGI didn't want to tell you about, the bugs, this, and how much issues people are having. But that's what I'm here for, guys. I buy telephones and I review them. I do not get paid by UMIDIGI or some other company. This came out of my own pocket, and so I am able to tell you what I think about it. And that is just exactly what I think about it. I don't think that this is a telephone that you want to pick up right now. Maybe wait a week or two when other updates are out, because from what I've seen, UMIDIGI is fixing a lot of this stuff. And once that stuff is out and you want to pick up this phone, guys, I say go get it. The hardware is just on point for me, and everything that it does for now is pretty good for what it does, but it's not where it needs to be. And I think that when we're reviewing a telephone and when I'm supposed to advise you, I'm supposed to advise you as to what I think about a telephone and where it's at this point. And at this point, it's not at a point that I would say, guys, go get it. It's more like at a point that I would say, guys, if you want to get this telephone, go ahead and get it, but that's on you if it starts crashing or bugging out. With that all being said, guys, thank you very much for sticking around for as long as you did. If this video has helped you to make some kind of a choice, or if you like what you see, a thumbs up, subscription maybe, will help me out big time. So if you want to help your boy out, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.